Hi, welcome to What's My Podcast. I'm Jen, and I'm a library specialist for Arapahoe Library District. I love learning, and in the last couple years, I've gravitated toward podcast listening for knowledge and entertainment. I spend a lot of time listening to different content, and I'd love to share some suggestions with you. Today's segment is reviews. All of my suggestions today are going to be of the comedic and lighthearted variety. Listener discretion is advised. My first podcast recommendation is Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet. Is your coffee too hot? Ice too cold? Are you sincerely disappointed with your recent visit to Waffle House? More importantly, do you feel like yelling about it on the internet? Alex and Christine Schieffer are a brother and sister duo who give you dramatic readings of one-star reviews written by people who just need to have their voice heard. This podcast is for you if you are looking for a good laugh and would like to know about the places with one-star reviews near you. Anthropocene is the current geological age in which human activity has profoundly shaped the planet and its biodiversity. On The Anthropocene Reviewed, John Green reviews different facets of the human-centered planet on a 5-star scale. John Green is an author, co-creator of Crash Courses on YouTube, and one half of the Vlog Brothers, which also features his brother Hank. The two also have another podcast called Dear Hank and John. This podcast is for you if you enjoy witty commentary and thought-provoking conversation. The Review is a podcast that blends conversation and improv comedy based on the most absurd reviews on the internet. Riley Anspaugh and Jeffrey James are writers and actors living in LA who enjoy sketch comedy and bringing the laughter to their audience. This podcast is for you if you like the over-the-top, absurd comedic presentations. From the people who brought you Attitudes comes Groceries, a new podcast about everything groceries. It's the internet's only preeminent guide to the places we all buy food. Aaron Gibson is a self-proclaimed Southern loudmouth who is well-versed in mixing social commentary with political satire. Brian Safi is a comedy actor and writer living in LA. This podcast is for you if you are interested in funny commentary and insight into the hip grocery shopping experience of Los Angeles. My last recommendation is Everything Reviewed. Joey Berggren and Justin Sherman are comedians who review everything, literally everything on a scale of 1 to 10. They also goof off, make noises, and crack each other up while deciding whether snow deserves an 8 or 9. From topics as small as sinks to as big as werewolves, they will leave no stone unturned, no idea undisputed, no topic unreviewed. This podcast is for you if you like silly conversation that sometimes veers off course that causes more hilarious conversation. There are so many podcasts out there, and sometimes it can take time to find what you like. Podcast listening can be great when folding laundry, walking your dog, or grocery shopping. Another great way to browse in your podcast app is to check out the You Might Also Like section at the bottom of your podcast page. All these podcasts can be found on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you like to listen. Note, Groceries is not available on Apple Podcasts.